Hey guys, welcome back to Deb's Journey. I'm Deborah. Today's recipe is going to be some good old home cooking, comfort food, if you will. We're making chicken fried steak. I've seen lots of people attempt to make keto chicken fried steak, but their breading always falls off. And with this particular breading that I'm going to show you, it never falls off for me. It does whenever I'm eating it. A little bit, but not when I'm cooking it. So and that's like the most important part, because you don't want to lose all of that breading in the pan, right? So and then it'll taste too oily and greasy, that kind of thing. But if you follow these steps, if you follow these steps, you should get a really good chicken fried steak. And then after I show you that recipe, I'll show you the cheesy cauliflower rice that I make with it. All right, let's get to it. All right, so the ingredients you're gonna need for your wet ingredients is some heavy cream. If you don't want to use heavy cream, you can also use almond flour. And I'm using 1 egg because I have, this is weird, but I saved some of my egg mixture from before, because I made this recipe like 2 days ago, and so I just saved it to use again. So I'm just using 1 egg, but you'll probably use about 2 eggs and about half a cup of this cream. Okay, I'm gonna put this to a side real quick because I'm gonna mix this, and then I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the fork to mix that, but I'm gonna do my wet ingredients first. So for my dry ingredients. My dry ingredients is pork rinds, and you can use any pork rinds you like. You can use flavored ones if you like. I just like to use the plain pork rinds. Okay, I got a 1/4 cup, and I'm gonna put that of the pork rinds, and I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of almond flour. I'm gonna use some isopure whey protein. This is about a tablespoon. I think I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons. Yeah. And I have some of this garlic salt. I'm just gonna add a little bit there because I am gonna season my meat, but I'm just adding maybe half a teaspoon to that mixture just to give it some good flavor. And I'm gonna mix all of this up. While I'm mixing this, let me tell you the meat that I'm using. For chicken fried steak, you use cubed beef meat, or beef cubed meat. I think that's what it's called, but it's cubed meat, and that's what's always used for chicken fried steak. You can do the same wet ingredients and the same coating for chicken fried chicken as well. And I think I'm gonna do that next week. I should have done this first, so if you're home, do this first. Turn on your pan, and while you're mixing that, let your pan get hot with the oil. I'm gonna turn it up about medium-high for now. And I'm just using coconut oil. With this particular one, I never get any oil taste to it. I'll show you what exactly it is. It is this one, Duan coconut oil, non-hydrogenated. I had it by a place that was really hot, so that's why it all kind of liquefied, but whenever you purchase it, it's usually solid white, and you have to melt it or heat it up. While that's heating up, let's go ahead and make our first steak. I'm only making 2, so you double this recipe as you need. I'm just getting my steak here. I'm gonna first put it in the wet.
Dry.
I'm first gonna put it in the dry. Oh, I forgot to season my meat. All right, so I forgot to season my meat, so I'm gonna, before I get it completely coated with the bread, I'm gonna put a little bit of this seasoning. Again, it's the garlic salt by Lowry's. All right, now I'm gonna turn it around and get our first little coat on there. Okay. Then I'm gonna stick it in our wet. Flip it, get the other side. Get it and put it back into our dry. Okay. You just kind of nestle it in there, get it nice and coated. Okay. Then you flip it around again and coat that as well. And this is gonna stay here until our oil is hot. All right, now our oil is nice and hot. So I'm just gonna get this out and carefully lay it into our oil. Now I'm gonna come back over here while that's cooking. That's gonna be on each side for about 5 minutes. You'll notice a little bit of blood bubble up a little bit or like come up from the top, and you don't want to see that, so make sure you cook it all the way through. I'm gonna let it go a little bit too far, but I do want it nice and crispy. So you see the blood coming up? Alright. It's nice and crispy. A nice thick coating. It's gonna be so good. Alright guys, so this one is done. You see my oil did get a little bit too hot. So you just kind of monitor your oil. Make sure you don't burn your oil. And I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to this and then make my other one. Alright, while I have this cooking on that side, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make the sides that we're gonna eat with this. I said it was just gonna be called cheesy cauliflower, but I'm gonna go ahead and do cheesy cauliflower and broccoli. While that's heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and flip my other one. Alright, so I'm starting off with a 12-ounce bag of cauliflower, and I'm just gonna put it in here. Break that up a little bit. And broccoli, just both great value. And cover it up to steam well. Alright guys, so I'm checking on my veggies and they look pretty good already. They're pretty steamed. I think I'm gonna let them go just for about 2-3 more minutes because I do like them nice and soft. But the other ingredients you're gonna need. Oh, and my chicken fried steaks are done. They're nice and crispy. If Mr. Cameraman can get in here and hear that crunch. You hear it? Nice and crispy. Anyway, so we'll put that to the side. And the other ingredients that you're gonna need, oops, forgot my cream. You're gonna need about half a cup of heavy whipping cream, about 2 tablespoons of butter, and about half a cup of cheddar cheese. First ingredient I'm gonna put in there is the butter. I'm gonna let that get in there and melt. I just eyeballed it, but I put about half of a cup of cream in there, and I'm gonna mix it up. Right about this point, I'm gonna season it with, again, my garlic salt. Put as much or as little in it as you like. Season to taste. Just mixing all that up. This is a super easy, super fast side, but super yummy. Now, I'm doing about half a cup of cheese, maybe a little bit more. Yeah. So about 3/4 cup of cheese. I'm gonna turn off my heat. I had it high because my veggies took forever to defrost. So now, with just a residual heat, I'm letting my cheese melt. And that's it. We're done. Let's plate it up and see what it looks like, and more importantly, tastes like. All right, we're done. If your meat is already defrosted and all of that, then this should be a really quick meal. Making anything battered always takes like a little bit more time, you know, but it's quick in the stove. If you're cooking for more than just two, of course use a bigger pan. That way you can make multiple chicken fried steaks at the same time. All right, let's dig in. First of all, if you notice, this crust is nice and crusty and a little crunchy. So let's dig in to see what it looks like. I know what you're gonna tell me already as I look at my plate. There's no gravy. I'm very aware of that. By all means, make gravy. But I didn't make gravy today. Forgive me. I'll put a gravy recipe down below for you. I just have never made a gravy that was for like chicken fried steak. You know, those like kind of beef tasting. I've only made breakfast gravy, like with breakfast sausage. So I guess maybe look one up instead, because I don't want to steer you wrong. Anyway, here's the inside of our chicken fried steak. It looks nice and delicious. Did you get a shot of that? Mm-hmm. Okay. As you notice, the crust is pretty much staying on. Mm-hmm. The meat's really tender. Really good. I put a little bit more cheese on my sides here. Let's give it a try. I'm back. Alright guys, that's the end of this video. Give this meal a try. Let me know in the comments if you try it and how you like it. I promise you this is a winner. As you know by now, I'm pregnant. I'm almost 5 months pregnant now. And I'm always craving comfort foods, you know? So I can't have potatoes at the time, and that's okay because this cheesy, buttery vegetables with, you know, it fits the bill. Like, it's exactly what I want at this time. Because even off keto, I love like cheese, broccoli and cheese, you know? And so that's kind of what this is. If you don't like cauliflower, omit it. If you don't like broccoli, omit it. I've done the same recipe either way, and you can just, sub it for one or the other, and it's delicious either way. You can also just make cauliflower mash, or you can make green beans with bacon. You can add bacon into your side here if you want, for some added flavor and of course some more fat. All right guys, that's all for now. I hope you'll give this recipe a try, like I said before, and subscribe, like this video, share, and that's it. All right guys, love you. Bye.